Hello everyone, it's Jenifer Miller and we are going to be using a glass bead mix. This is Jesse James Beads for Walmart, and this is a bulk pack, and this is in the color pink, and look at all that you get in this mix. I'm going to go ahead and open it up and we'll come right back. This is everything included in the pack, and we're going to use some of these beads just to string up a quick and easy necklace. For my project, I'm going to be using these beads here. I also have some 7-strand beading wire, along with some crimp beads, some wire guardians, jump rings, and a lobster clasp. For this project, I am just going to split all my beads in half so that I know how much of each bead I have. Now that I know that I have an even amount on both sides and I have my little center piece that I want to use, I can go ahead and start beading. And you can either start stringing, or you can start just laying them out how you want them to go and start stringing. So now it's the fun part. It's stringing up. And sometimes this is what I do when I have a large mix. I will start separating out, and sometimes it's by shape, sometimes it's by color. Depends on what kind of piece I'm looking for and what I want. What I want is I want a gorgeous short necklace, and I want those stars to be front and center. And as I'm going along, I'm thinking maybe I don't want the big chunky bead. So I'm going to take the chunky bead out, and I'm just going to add the 4 beads here. And what you can do is look to see what your sizing is and see if it's going to still work. And this one is still going to work. And I love having this all blocked out. And now the fun part is adding in these gorgeous stars. And here is the first half of my necklace. And this is actually probably going to be a fairly long necklace. You can very easily just take out some extra beads. I like having those 4 beads in there. Now I'm just going to string up the rest. For tools, you're going to want some standard crimpers. You're going to want a couple pairs of chain nose pliers. I like having a bent chain nose plier and a regular plier. You're also going to need some cutters. I'm going to work on the end here, and I am going to thread my crimp bead first. Then I'm going to use a wire guardian. I really like using wire guardians because they guard your wire. They protect your wire from wear and tear, and this is really good wire, but at the same time you want to protect it, and having a wire guardian is a great way to do that. I'm going to now thread that back through my crimp after I've threaded that through the wire guardian. I'm keeping my wires separated. They're not crossed underneath there. I'm going to bring in my standard crimpers. I'm going to bring my wire guardian in just a little closer. And then now I'm going to place my little crimp bead in there in the back notch, keeping those wires separated. Give it a little bit of a squeeze and come in with the front notch to finish it off. Then you'll want to always give it a little bit of a tug test, and then you can trim it, or if you like, you can always pass it through. I like to pass it through so that I know that my crimp bead is all nice and centered. And then give it a little bit of a trim. Then we're going to do the same thing on this other side. Now all we need to do is add our hardware. Sometimes what I do is I will make sure that my lobster clasp is functional, and I keep the closed one on there so I know that that's the closed jump ring. You can add the closed jump ring directly to your piece if you want to. I always add mine with a jump ring, even the closed ones. And then I'm going to close that off. And then now I need to do the same on the other side. And I'm going to open up my jump ring, add it to my piece there where my wire guardian is. Now you see where the wire guardian comes into play. Here is our finished piece. We have a gorgeous necklace ready to wear, easy to put together. I still have tons of beads left in my box. This is the bulk pack in pink. This is Jesse James Beads for Walmart.